Breakfast at Tiffany's.
What's up, Lakers fan? How are you? What a game. This game just felt so special after a stretch of games that had us holding our breath. Lakers just put together a statement blowout. 25 points, team-wide energy, and shots falling from everywhere. LeBron and Luka leading the charge. Role players stepping up. And so many season high records happen during this game. In this episode, I'm going to break down every key stage, every big performance, and why this win is not just about the scoreboard issue. It's all about confidence, chemistry, and the perfect balance of stars and supporting cast. You ready? Let's dive in. Okay, let's start here because it's been a while since we could say this comfortably. This was a 25-point blowout win. A real one. Not like a lot of big runs and another clutch game. No, it shows the Lakers imposing themselves for almost 4 quarters. And honestly, it feels refreshing. I know some might argue about there might be some like ugly stretch that really made me feel a little bit nervous too. I'll talk about this later, but here it is. When you look at the numbers, everything lines up just perfectly. LeBron finished with 31 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Yes, just 1 rebound away from the triple-double. He really controlled the tempo, picked his spots, and completely ran the offense when he was on the floor. Luka had a big game as well, 27 points and 12 assists. And he was so involved in almost everything just happened offensively. And also some big defensive play, like the block on Jaren Johnson. That was huge. And really see he just trying out there to put the effort. And also the ball movement was great. DeAndre Ayton, he was huge. He gave us 17 points on 7 full night shooting and 18 rebounds, which matters more than anything else he's doing recently. Jack LaRavia added another 17 points, again providing his contribution as much as he could. And Marcus Smart just there staying aggressive on literally every possession, 16 points and 5 assists, staying aggressive on both defensive and offensive ends. So zooming out to the team level, this was one of their best games of the season. I'm confident to say this. 76 assists is season high, and 19 made threes, 55.9% shooting. And we had a very nice first half. It deserved its own shutout. 81 points and 12 made threes before halftime. It's never happened in this season before. This is the best offensive hype they have played all year. And the ball movement have been great. It's so beautiful. Guys knew where the next pass was going. The confidence was obvious, especially compared to the night before. And the performance meant even more considering the contest coming in. Okay, the fact was that both Luka and LeBron were questionable before the game. Luka had been dealing with his inner tight and groin discomfort since Sacramento. And LeBron is old, he's already 41. So basically, on a game to game plan, every time there's a back to back. So I love that they decide to suit up. Depends on everything matter. It's just send a message to the team and other players. When the team needed leadership, they stood out. They didn't avoid it. They could just find so many excuses like just to be safe, the load management, but they didn't just do that. They decided to suit up. So that's huge. And they also didn't just score. They did everything. They organized the thing. LeBron was doing his job, especially with the second unit. He's so good at control the game, pushing pass, making hit hand passes, just getting guys easy looks like he always does before the defense could think. His passing is still elite, and nights like these just remind you how valuable that is. He knows where shooters want the ball and when to deliver it, and with just perfect timing. That flow unlocked everyone else. Luka knocked down 5 threes. Gabe got 3. LaRavia hit 3. Marcus added 2. And this stands out even more when you remember the previous game. The Lakers went an embarrassing 8 for 36 from 3 the night before. Then just in less 24 hours, they decided to respond. They decided to be serious. They look like an entirely different team. That's what confidence and reason do. So, a big part of that just came from internal competition, from my perspective. So here is it. The Lakers were on a 3-game losing streak coming into this one. Nobody wants that hanging over them, especially with 4 games in 6 days on the schedule upcoming. Just right there in the corner. Then the front office just signed Kobe Bofkin to a 10-day deal. That matters. It just adds another ball handler while else things out. And it raised the bar for everyone in the backcourt. Minutes are no longer guaranteed. And on top of that, Rui Hachimura returns. So if you watch the game, you could feel the energy was a little bit different. Like Jake, Smart, Vendo, all play with extra urgency. Not that kind of selfish urgency, just effort. Like sprinting in transition, closing out harder, fighting for the loose balls. That kind of pressure creates positive competition. That's huge for this game. I love these kind of things. But at the center spot, the situation was very different. So Jason Hayes had an MRI on his left hamstring after dealing with tightness for like over a week. That's what he said. He's hopeful to return soon, but with him out, the responsibility just fell barely on the injured Ayton. And to his credit, he responded pretty well. Season high 80 rebounds, 3 offensive boards, and 15 defensive rebounds. So Bro just single-handed in the first half already had 11 rebounds, while the Hawks had as an entire team with 13 rebounds. Lastly, pure energy, the pure effort, and that's how Ayton lock-in could bring to the team. This is exactly why his impact matters so much. I've been always saying Ayton might be the X factor to this Lakers team. Here we gotta stay here. The Lakers are 15-1 when Ayton scores 15 or more points. That's not random. When he decides to engage on the glass and efficient offensively, the game just looks so different. And with haste unavailable, JJ Redick was forced to do some experiment. We saw Vandal as center when Ayton rests. So we got various small ball combinations built around LeBron and Vandal. JJ clearly used this game to collect information, especially regarding which lineups can survive defensively and still move the ball. So the result was Vandal finished with -6, while Ayton was +31, the second highest on this team. That gap tells a story, even if it's just one night. I know the sample was small. So for your reference, the small ball group of LeBron, Ayton, Vandal, Rui, Gabe, and DK was +8 in 3 minutes, scoring 11 points with 2 threes. It's not a long sample, but it's a useful data point. It still deserves to think about what happened and what we need to keep moving in the future. This is the kind of experimenting like we want to see it during the regular season. I mean, it's regular season. You get to see what really happens on the court and make some change, make some move, right? Learning what works, what doesn't, and what combination deserve more run. Overall, this game just felt a little bit intentional. So we got the effort there, and ball movement was beautiful. That's how you build momentum. And now let's talk about Luka Doncic, because this was one of those Luka games where everything was happening at once. Overall, he still had a strong night. Like he scored, he passed the ball, and once again, the offense doesn't look anywhere nearly as good without him. Like we have 5 Lakers finish in double figures. It would never happen without Luka made so many good passes on the court. And yes, just like all his classic games, he had the ball. So it's another highest usage night at 32.9%. That's Luka basketball. Well, I gotta make it clear here, I am Luka fan. I love him so much. And having him on our team is something just so spoiled to see so many different looks on basketball. Like you just realize how many just how creation basketball could be. On the other hand, there's something I gotta be honest here. There are nights where things don't go his way. Shots don't fall. Whistles don't come. That happened to every superstar. It's just a novel situation. Luka has been playing professional basketball since his teenage years, so he definitely knows that is just how the game works sometimes. What matters is how you respond. If you watch the game, you know exactly the stretch I'm talking about. Late in the third quarter, Luka had 4 straight careless turnovers in about 2 minutes, back to back, to back to back. And JJ Redick immediately subbed him out for LeBron. That moment stood out. I got it in my game notes. Not just because of the turnovers, but because of the situation. The Lakers were up by 30. This was the moment to slow the game down, control pass, protect the ball, and just value every possession and close the door professionally. Instead, what we had was turnover, and another turnover. This is the Luka game that Lakers fans are already getting very familiar with. When Luka is in rhythm, the game becomes beautiful, creative, fun. Everyone is. When he's not feeling himself, everything tightens up so fast. Missed shots start pulling up. Full biting doesn't work. Frustration shows on his face. I know it's the most frustrating situation in the world. While instead of recalibrating, he sometimes goes straight to the worst options, forcing a lot of isolations, dribbling for like 10 seconds, and just made a lot of tough shots. Or even worse, just panic passes with 3 or 4 seconds left that turn into a clean turnover. We have all seen this happen before. Lakers fan definitely knows the script by now. This is why I actually love JJ Redick pulling him in that moment. Not embarrassing him, not overreacting, just stopping the spiral and just letting him reset a little bit. That's good coaching. That's understanding your superstar while still holding the stranger. Luka needs to understand he doesn't need to score every possession. He doesn't need to win every matchup personally. Basketball is a team sport. He just needs to stay connected when things don't go his way. So I think this is the final step for him to be the MVP because the talent is already there. The impact already there. Nights like these are just reminders that growth sometimes shows up in the uncomfortable moments, not the highlights. He's so smart, he will just find a way to groove. I'm very confident about him. And also JJ Redick. We're gonna talk about him a little bit here. Another notable thing that came out after the game was that both JJ and Luka mentioned the pregame meeting felt different. Neither of them really went into detail about exactly what changed, but you could tell it mattered. Luka said the pregame meeting was a little different than usual, especially on the second night of a back-to-back. He said JJ got them genuinely pumped up, and the team responded really well. Luka even said it was some of the most fun they've had on the court in a while, and you could see that. The energy was there from the opening tip. Guys were flying around, sharing the ball, playing with joy. JJ Redick backed that up too. He said it all started in the pregame meeting. Just the coach and the players collectively got themselves into the right mental space to compete. That stood out to me because it's not about X and O's at a point. It's about mindset. It's about urgency. It's about reminding everyone who they are and what things they are supposed to do. And this win matters a lot. It snapped a 3-game losing streak, which honestly felt just longer than it actually was. Yeah, no one wants to live in a losing culture. So it's feeling so good. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, but I know the Hawks are just in a transition stage right now after moving trade for CJ and Casper. And even though they are missing guys and still figuring things out, this game still just feel different as the Lakers needed to take it seriously. And they are actually like those type of teams Lakers always play so bad, always struggling with speed, athleticism, size. So yet, I'm glad we got this one. It just feels so right to me. Another interesting change we gotta talk about is the Lakers quietly cancel morning shoot-arounds on game days. I know this is not like some trending innovation or analytics experiment. This is straight up really about load management. One thing is that January is brutal. The schedule is packed. So the coaching team just feels like they don't need this kind of practice to make the bodies feeling more tired. The other thing is that we have a 41-year-old player on the team who is still carrying a massive load for this team. So the thinking was simple. You don't need the old dude on his feet twice a day. Just one time, save the legs, save the body, save the season. That's how it is. So they decide to do this since January. I somehow feel it works because when you look back on LeBron's performance before and after he turned 41, which was exactly on December 30th, 2025. So after that, Brown is averaging 26 points, 7.6 assists, 7.4 rebounds, and 1.4 steals, shooting 52% from the field. That's producing at an elite level. So yeah, from that perspective, this move makes total sense. Well, personally, I'll say this with love. For the young fellas, I still want to see them work. Practice matters. Reps matter. You don't get better by getting comfortable. But at the same time, this is the NBA. This is the biggest stage for all the basketball lovers. This is a long season, and the Lakers are clearly prioritizing who actually needs what. So this is JJ Redick adjusting on the fly, not being stubborn, not forcing tradition, just doing what the situation calls for. And if this helps keep LeBron fresh, keeps the group just more engaged, and keeps performance like this rolling, I'm not mad at this. Oh, okay. Before we wrap this up, we gotta give a proper welcome to the newest Laker in the building. Shout out to Kobe Bofkin. Welcome to the purple and gold. The Lakers officially signed him to a 10-day contract, and he'll be rocking number 18. This is not just some random end of bench player. Lee still has been hooping. He's dominating the G League in scoring right now. 28.7 points per game, shooting 54% from the field and 39% from 3 in 7 games. We need his 3-and-D, baby. So, coming into the league, the book on him was always interesting. A guy with size, he's 6'5", and he got a defensive potential. So basically, the tools to group into a legend 3-and-D, the Lakers are looking for a long time. For Bofkin, this is another real shot to prove he belongs to the NBA label, not just scoring in the G League, but showing he can defend, move without the ball, hit open shots, and just help the team to win the championship. For the Lakers, this is a smart business. You get to evaluate a potential guy in the house. See if the development stage can unlock something. And with Austin out, minutes uncertain in the backcourt, and competition wide open, the door is not closed. We still got an open spot on the roster. So I'm happy to see Kobe have a health competition with Manon, Nick Smith Jr., and also Mink, Connect, Vincent, Smart, all of backer players play harder, play with extra effort. Yeah, so Lakers fans watching, just go shine. Okay, so let's wrap it up here. The Lakers know exactly how to keep us on our toes. One night they are playing like a pickup squad, and the very next one, they are shooting 60% from deep. Feels like a lifetime since we have had a blowout like this. All wins by 25 points, the largest margin this season. They improved to 24-14 and hold on to 5th place in the West. Up next, they take on Charlotte on Thursday. So yes, enjoy the win, Lakers fans, and have a good day, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys very soon.